All right, and there we go. We're back on the Twitter streets, right? And y'all know how we do. We're gonna try and make the Twitter streets a video as well. This one gonna look a little different from the note side. We're gonna see how it goes, but we gonna work it the same way. Like I'm grabbing my phone like I need it, but we're gonna try and use the computer screen right here, which is a little different for me. We're gonna see how it goes. First tweet is Mara Gay. We were just talking about Mara Gay. That was the lady that was disturbed about the American flags. And this her words. I see I'm being trolled with the American flag this morning. Trolling a black journalist with the American flag is not the own some people think it is. And Lord Bishop says, can someone ask Mara what the flag means to her? Obviously, she got issues. Like, it seems like the Confederate flag and the American flag might be synonymous in her mind. And I think we got some more words from Mara where, bruh, it almost becomes obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got a big issue with whiteness and the American flag and everything, bruh. Like, you know, clearly by her actions and by her words, she does. Hopefully we get to it, but we got a lot. Let's try and move it on. Fox News, look, they was all on it, bro. New York Times, MSNBC's Mara Gray, disturbing to see dozens of American flags on trucks in Long Island. And I'll put, now let a white journalist say, just like I said in the notes, all these pride flags flying everywhere is disturbing me. This is America. You do not have the right to not be disturbed. We have more rights than anybody, but this ain't one. Laura Bishop again, or no, Daily Caller, let's do it like that. Mara Gay says it's disturbing to see American flags in America. Blames white Trump supporters. And oh, here's some of her words right here. And I put, have y'all ever heard of projection? Because this is a quote from that piece, and I feel like it's her projecting. And quote, she argued that the American flag was being flown by former President Donald Trump's supporters who could not separate their vision of America from whiteness. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Clearly, to Mara, the U.S. flag and USA means whiteness. Like, who's, you know what I'm saying? Who sees that? You know what I'm saying? Like people, even like black folk, like, you know what I'm saying? You see that flag and the first thing that you think of is whiteness. You know, like, bro, we in a weird, bad place, bro, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, and also, like, clearly, like not only is it bad that it means whiteness, because to me, whiteness is not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem is that people like Mara Gay, it's clear that what's the things that the problematic synonymism is that whiteness equals evil or something to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it looks like to me. Like she got a problem with whiteness, and it's clearly that she, you know, all whiteness is racist and evil. And like, wow, bro, like are white people supposed to react like that when black people talk about blackness? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, because some of the hardest core people about black and their blackness really don't like white. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. Like, the extremists are ruling the day right now. More on Mara. Laura Bishop says, we were talking to Wayne Dupree Media. There's something deeply wrong with the media in this country. And they're talking about Mara because Mara is in the media, right? And you know, and I this is what made me bring her, like the fact that she was disturbed about some American flags. It brought up what's his name, John Ashcroft, to me. Y'all remember who this is? This is dating me. This shows you that I kind of go back a little ways. You know what I'm saying? Because this was Bush's justice guy, attorney general, I believe he was, and that was the guy that had a problem with the justice statues. Like one of her boobs is exposed or whatever, and he went and he covered up her boob. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I don't care about your disturbance and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, take that shit elsewhere, bruh. You know? But anyway, Brian Schwartz, blue check. My Schwartz is bigger than yours. New inside the campaign by, okay, I guess we're moving on. The campaign by the Koch network, the Koch brothers, you know what I'm saying? The political money guys from the Republicans, to pressure Senator Joe Manchin to oppose key pieces of his own party's agenda, including eliminating the filibuster and the For the People's Act. Radio ads have been launched in West Virginia. And I just put, it's interesting the left got rid of the Trumps and got the Kocks back. I wonder if they see that as a win. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I was trying to decide if I considered it a win. You know what I'm saying? Being, you know, I don't consider myself a part of none of them parties no more. You know, and you know, there's issues that come with Trump, no doubt about it. Mostly cultural issues to me, and then there's issues. You know, when the Kocks are here, it's more of that fucking, you know, money and politics and you know, I guess maybe cultural too, but in a different way. They definitely work that cultural thing, but like the Kocks hated Trump. You know what I'm saying? I think we got, I think we're going to show that in a second, but let's move it on. And that was a big thing. Adam, what's his name? Adam Schiff said, you want to know why the Koch network is so afraid of HR1, which is the voting bill? Because it returns democracy to the people, not dark money donors. Democrat and Republicans overwhelmingly agree dark money has no place in our politics, so let's end it past HR1. And what did Lord Bishop say? I love to do the little screenshots, you know what I'm saying? So I would get one that said dark money topped to 1 billion in 2020, largely boosting Democrats. Because that was my first thought, was like, bitch, who's getting all the billionaire money? You know what I'm saying? Like who's doing that? Maybe they see that things are gonna change if Trump's not in there, and then that Koch money is gonna start being more, you know, prominent and at the forefront again. And I put, yeah, okay, Adam, if that bill was just about dark money, maybe you could pass it. Not exactly sure why your side would want to, though. Then I'll put that little screenshot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, y'all the ones getting the dark money. What the fuck you talking about? And that's, you know, that's fucking data right there. Oh, and then was just, I had another screenshot, and basically all I put was like the Koch secret influence. That's what the secret influence of the dark money. And it's just a story from, I believe this was the Wall Street Journal or something. And it said, the Daily 202, Charles Koch congratulates Biden and says he wants to work together on, quote, as many issues as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's what the story is about. So, you know, whatever. We got Rachel Maddow. Oh, Rachel Maddow talking about the Kochs too. The political advocacy group backed by billionaire Charles Koch has been pressuring Senator Joe Manchin to oppose key parts of the Democratic agenda, including filibuster reform and voting rights legislation. It's like, bitch, like, yeah, that side's pressuring him, and the Democrats are pressuring him to do what they want. You know what I'm saying? It's the lobbying effort appears to be paying off. Bitch, he's just a representative of his people. And I'm pretty certain that his people are happy with the way he's playing this. You know what I'm saying? And that they aren't as happy with the way he votes with the Democrats sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I put? Because it's all like they're acting like the Kochs are doing something to pay off Joe Manchin. That's basically what they're insinuating right here, right? And I put the job for his wife. And what I mean by that is Joe Biden earlier this year gave Joe Manchin's wife some position in the Ozarks, bruh, that pays $150,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to tell me how billionaire Charles Koch has been pressuring Joe Manchin to oppose people. I don't know how he's been pressuring him, but Joe Biden was able to give his wife a $150,000 job. You know what I'm saying? But look, that wasn't pressuring anything. In woke parlance, that's just, quote, a hookup. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Moving on. Eric tweeted, Burger King and Popeyes have a chicken sandwich war while being owned by the same parent company is the greatest real life analogy for our modern American political times. And number one, this is a total Twitter thing because that's not even a true story. That might be a true story, right? They was talking about how Chick-fil-A wasn't a part of that, but that might be a true story. But regardless, what I put is definitely a true story too, because that little chicken sandwich war right there would be what I call the 6-day chicken sandwich war. Because, like, if you know what the 6-day war is, that was when Israel got attacked by, who was that? Jordan, I believe. Jordan and Egypt. And then they just fucking rolled through them in 6 days and had to be called off. And that's what the Popeyes chicken sandwich would do to the Burger King chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Just roll through it and then be like, have to get, tap out, throw in the towel. Come on, bro. Burger King sucks ass. Well, yeah. I'm just gonna move it on from there, but you can't be fucking with Popeyes in my face. Oh look, here is the tweet that I was needling Jemele here, okay? Because it's all white supremacy. It's always white supremacy. So check it out. And I tried to describe it on the notes. I couldn't remember all of this shit. Little Kim trending #1 on all of Twitter. Tiana Taylor, y'all, sexiest woman alive, and I ain't got no arguments with that. Like, that's a bad girl right there. You know what I'm saying? Black woman, which was the first black woman to ever be named that by, what was it, Maxim magazine. Okay, Lil Kim, Tiana Taylor. Burger King trolling Chick-fil-A. There's Chick-fil-A, Burger King got their new chicken sandwich, and they were doing it in a way where basically trying to talk to like gay people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chick-fil-A hates on y'all, we don't, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then Quesarito, which is a joke because it's a long involved thing. Apparently, when Nikola Jokic, who won the MVP, as it says right here, when he was drafted, the year that he was drafted, they announced that he was like it was the second round, so people ain't really paying attention no more. And they announced him drafted by the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, during a Taco Bell commercial where they were talking about this queso-rita thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not even spelled right. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? So all of that. Little Kim trending #1. Tiana Taylor being the sexiest woman alive. Burger King trolling Chick-fil-A and Quesarito, all trending over Jokic winning the MVP is a white supremacist as fuck. You right, Jemele here. This must be what World War II Germany was like. Come on, man. Like, I enjoy those just for me. I don't know if y'all do. Clearly, I don't have a big following and a lot of responses to this. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't know why it is. I think it's because I quote everything, because some of these are so good. But I see all of these people with like fulfilling followers, and I don't know how, because I feel like their tweets suck ass. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing. But whatever. And then Adam Schefter, MVP, first place votes. What stands out here? And you can see it all right here. People that can't see it, it's like he just gives the list of all the votes. And there's only like 6 people that got votes. Jokic got 91 votes. Steph Curry got 5 votes, so it wasn't even close. Chris Paul got 2. Embiid got 1. Giannis got 1. And Derrick Rose got 1. And so Adam Schefter is asking, what stands out of place here? And clearly it's because Derrick Rose got 1. Like, what the fuck is Derrick Rose getting a vote for? But I put the white boy on top. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the fucking NBA, and the white boy is winning the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what stood out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we doing identity politics and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And if that's what we got to know, we got to know this race and all of that. We even learned about that on Blue's Clues and everything. So hey, see, let's recognize when the white boy, you know what I'm saying, battles all that NBA through all that NBA privilege and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and wins the MVP. Moving on. Ooh, here is the cringe interview that we were talking about with Kamala and Lester Holt. And Andrew Clark tweeted, cringe. Kamala Harris doesn't get it. Holt, do you have any plans to visit the border? Harris, we have been to the border. We've been to the border. Holt, you haven't been to the border. Harris, and I haven't been to Europe. I don't understand the point you're making. And I just put as fuck. Let's see where it's at. If we can hear it real quick. How does this go with this? Come on. Can we? Oh, is it not going to play? I don't know how this is all set up, bro. Maybe, because I put the sound off. That sucks, bro. Because I was having problems with the like, that's why I was in the bathroom, so I had to adjust all of that. Can we get out of here now? How do we do that? This sucks. Let's get out. How do we get out? How do we get out? I just want to get out now, and I can't get out. Let's do it. Please get out. There we go. Look at all of this stuff happening, bro. All right, we back. Hey, first one. Damn, that sucks. That's what I get for trying to bust out Kamala like that. But bro, it was so bad. The the transcript probably did it good, but if you just hear it and you hear her do her cackle and everything, it just kind of like brings it even more home, bruh. But we got more to say on that. We're like, what else we got? Breitbart News. Kamala Harris is so dishonest that even far left NBC News had to call her out on her lies. And I'll put Daniel Dale and Brian Stelter need more context. Like, isn't that funny, bro? Daniel Dale is a fact checker for CNN, and Brian Stelter is also a little kind of resident media fact checker. Two clowns. And of course they ain't gonna have no issue with none of this. Like, she lied to Lester Holt's face, basically. We been there, bitch. You was there when Trump. Ever since you been in charge, you ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. That's just how them dudes play that shit. And what I got, same thing, basically quoting the same thing Laura Bishop said. Lester and it's for true, bro. And I broke that down. This is what Lester should have said, because she's like, I don't understand the point that you're making. That's what she did. Like, I don't understand the point you're trying to make with this. And so Lester should have said, okay, let's do it like this then. You went to Guatemala because you want to fix some things in Guatemala. Why haven't you gone to our border yet? That was my point. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, man. It's just ridiculous. Man, I hope moving my little square right there, my little face, didn't mess things up. We'll see how it goes. Elizabeth Bradbury tweeted, even as a white woman, some of these people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as a white woman, several times a week, I end up saying, if a black person had done this, or if a woman had done this. White lady saying this. Yesterday, there was a headline saying Kamala Harris had a, quote, angry response to Lester Holt. It was in no way angry. It was an angry black woman trope. Like how they always, do that. And I'll just put, how about like defensive as fuck, misdirection running black woman? You telling me that if that was Pence in charge and he never once showed up, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't show up, if Pence, he was in charge of the COVID, right? If Pence didn't show up to no other COVID meetings, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like went to fucking, Britain to try and, see how he could stop some stuff here. You gonna tell me that they wouldn't have, Lester himself, you don't think Lester would have busted out Pence, bro? Come on, man. And then it's like you try and make it like you try and racialize it and all of that. Like, yeah, they trying to do that to, a black woman. Nah, bro, she was full of shit right here. Whoever it was, and then like they all doing that, but and this dude, he's on Kamala's side, you know what I'm saying? But they all doing the transcript. Lester Holt, why haven't you been to the border? Kamala, we have been to the border. Holt, you haven't been to the border. Harris said, and I haven't been to Europe. I don't understand the point you're making. Just like we said, Holt says, well, Republicans, that's what the next thing he was going to say, because what he told her was, well, Republicans, have an issue with you not, going to the border and everything. And my takeaway to the guy that did that was, clearly the man who tweeted that, his big takeaway from that whole interview was, well, Republicans. He was just saying Lester Holt is doing the Republicans' bidding in this interview. Lester fucking Holt, dude, doing the Republicans' bidding. That's the premise of the man's tweet. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, especially when their premise all last year was Trump being asleep at the wheel. All these people died because Trump wasn't on top of it doing what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, you just making excuses for this lady, bruh. It's just crazy. It really is, bruh. Here's another one. Marcus Evans tweeted, Kamala Harris tells NBC's Lester Holt, how many times can you say this? Blah, 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 blah. And I just put, between Harris and Fauci, bro, the left's lack of curiosity is stunning. And it is. We talked about it in the notes. The Leo Terrell, which, he is what he is. Totally a little righty, black man righty. I agree with Katie. See comments below. And, they're talking about her, like Geraldo took out for, he kind of got in a fight over Kamala Harris. He said it's so mean. Like Geraldo, he took issue because somebody said that Kamala was chosen because of her gender and her race, and Geraldo just took issue with that. You know what I'm saying? And My thing is like, I saw people arguing over it. Oh, well, we'll get to the to the gender and race thing. For that one, I saw people arguing over it. Do we consider VP an elected position? Because they were arguing over that. That's not why she got elected. She got elected on merit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, bro. Like, VP ain't elected. You know what I'm saying? That's selected. That's selected. You know what I'm saying? And it was because of her gender and her skin tone. Like, how is that even a issue? And we're about to see, I believe. Like, yeah, right here. Bougie Muffin. Isn't gender and skin color how they chose this guy? And it's a picture of Trump. You know what I'm saying? In his orange makeup. And I put, isn't gender and skin tone how everything should be decided according to them? How is that being said even an issue in today's new woke world? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the goal. That's what you want. Recognize a person's gender and skin color and then hook up the the less, I want to say less fortunate, but from the bottom to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the goal. How are y'all arguing when somebody said she was, she was, and then they're forgetting the fact that Joe Biden literally said, I'm going to pick a black woman. And if he wouldn't, he would have got shit for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I put, she was chosen off the strength of being the first one voted off the island. Meritocracy. You know what I'm saying? She was the first one out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how good she is at this shit. We had 100 people on the stage running to be president. She was the first one off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it wasn't her gender and her race. It was because of how good she is at this shit. You know what I'm saying? We saw by that interview with Lester Holt how good she is at all this shit. Steven Engelberg tweeted, we moving on, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Michael Bloomberg, George Soros. I don't know how this was not a huger story. You know what I'm saying? Considering how huge it was that Trump didn't pay no taxes. You know what I'm saying? All of these motherfucking billionaires, they find out, look, secretly obtained secret tax files that show all of them had years in which they paid no federal taxes legally. You know what I'm saying? And I put eat them all, not just Trump. Not only that, but I don't think I have nothing about it today because it happened just today, this afternoon. But Elizabeth Warren's all talking about cryptocurrency is the issue. You know what I'm saying? And all of this, you know what I'm saying? Jeff and all of this, you know what I'm saying? And they all trying to, it's about the climate and it's about the money. Yellen's calling all the crypto tax cheats and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't got nothing for Bezos and Musk and Bloomberg and Soros and the like. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of big wigs that Elizabeth Warren likes to kick the money to. You know what I'm saying? Bail out, all of that. Next one was this. Is Lord Bishop quoting Manchin meets with civil rights leaders because they all trying to convince this man to vote for the voting bill that he's just not going to vote for. And it said Manchin's opposition is seen as a death knell for the legislation, which every other Democrat senator is co-sponsoring, and which Democrats argue is the necessary remedy to efforts by Republican-led states to pass restrictive election laws. And this is exactly what I was talking about on the notes, and you can see it here. When I was making the case, like, you trying to federalize the election laws. Right now, the states can make, every state makes a law for their state. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make it federal. But look at how they're putting it, okay? You're trying to make a law that applies to everybody equally, right? That is what we want. You know what I'm saying? When you cry voter suppression and all of that, what you're saying is that the shit ain't equal. I don't really buy that, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the principle. That is the essence of what you're arguing. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair, and we want it to be fair for everybody equally. And then look at what they're saying. Look at the words, in which every other Democrat senator is co-sponsoring, and Democrats argue is necessary to remedy the efforts by Republican-led states to pass restrictive laws. You know what I'm saying? It's like a one-sided law. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to apply to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand, so, and what did I put? If you're passing a sweeping federal election bill, it seems like you'd want to include both sides in the process. Dems don't seem to have done that. I see why Manchin called it a partisan policy making, which he did, and everybody was like, nah, the other side is being partisan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Republicans are doing a partisan thing because all of those other efforts in the presidential election before that was partisan in that way. You know what I'm saying? All of that, all of those Democrat state governments saying that, the signatures ain't got to match and they can come in 3 days late and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Let's just move it on because we got a lot on the Twitter streets, I believe. Politico. Where was this one? Oh, Lafayette Park. We're moving to Lafayette Park. What an interesting thing right there. Like how they finding out that Trump and them didn't do that. I would have never even, it was reported so much as fact that I would have never even doubted it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just figured that's how it went down. You know what I'm saying? Political. The interior watchdog found that the Park Police's clearing of protesters from Lafayette Park in June 2020 was unrelated to Trump's photo op appearance at a nearby church. That's unbelievable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these media people that shitted on Trump for all of this shit doing about faces now. Like you're just finding out about this now, or you're just looking into it and accepting it now. You know what I'm saying? The narrative is a powerful thing, bro. Narratives are a powerful thing. And that's all the thing about all of these people having their narratives and fitting reality into their narratives instead of the opposite way, which is how we should all operate. You know what I'm saying? You have your narrative, but you need to adjust your narrative, on how reality is and not vice versa. The Daily Caller, Blue Check said, and yet another narrative from our corporate media gatekeepers comes crashing to the ground. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna say, bro? Like that's true. Greg Price, Blue Check. Russian bounties, suckers and losers. Trump gas peaceful protesters for a photo op. All false narratives pushed by our corrupt media in order to affect the election while they pretended the Hunter Biden New York Post stories were Russian disinformation. And it's like I said on the pod, bro. The media is just snapping out of their haze like the defeated World War II German populists. And man, I don't know if that was the bathroom one. I really dug the way I did that. I don't know if y'all heard it. I hesitated to do that Nazi shit because I don't like to touch the Holocaust and Nazis as far as comparisons at all, because nothing is that. The only way that I wanted to use that comparison, because I think that it's a good way to, it's very similar to me, is just the population of Germany. Okay, they had to fall under this spell. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them people, I'm sure, weren't down with all of that, but you kind of had to go along with that or they was going to kill you and your family. You know what I'm saying? So they just did that. And to go along with something so evil like that, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be fucking, it has to, you know what I'm saying? And it must be quite something when like the Germany gets defeated, you know what I'm saying? And then they got to snap out of it, you know what I'm saying? And realize, what they were a part of. And I'm not trying to equate, you know what I'm saying, those two things, except for that one little thing. So chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be mad at me. Be mad at the fucking media for how they were acting. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm pointing to. Fuck. Jonathan Turley tweeted just in, the Inspector General has concluded its review of the Lafayette Park protest and found that there is no evidence supporting the claim that Bill Barr ordered the clearing to allow for Trump's controversial photo op. And I don't know if the story below is accurate. Oh, and that's not even to do with Jonathan Turley's tweet. Jonathan Turley linked to something. What did he link to exactly? Mayor Bowser of Washington, D.C. The district admits that it used tear gas, bruh. And I had to even go look at it. I'm like, what? I mentioned it in the notes, bruh. Not only did they blame Trump and Barr for that shit, but it turns out that it was Mayor Bowser that was shooting the chemicals on the people, bruh. That's my whole thing about all of this. They just come into this now, bruh. Think about that. How did y'all find this out now, but they couldn't find this out then? You know what I'm saying? How can you not find this out then? But all of this time later, now you finding out this shit, right? Unbelievable this. It's almost unexcusable, What I put, I don't know what the story is accurate. because of the source, that story, and that it's on Twitter. But wow, if it is, and the media didn't even try to get to the bottom of this until now. Just like what I just said, bro. Like, unbelievable and inexplicable, to tell you the truth. Same Jonathan Turley, yet the host of legal experts and media who condemned the use of tear gas in the clearing of Lafayette Park area last year are entirely silent on the disclosures, bruh. Just unbelievable. And I'm sure Maddow and Scarborough and Joy gonna correct their mistakes, being the sticklers for truth that there are. Eye roll emoji, eye roll emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, unbelievable. Ooh, a Deshaun Watson tweet. Yikes. Deshaun's having issues. Why did I even put that here? Oh, because, you put a little sports in there. Deshaun Watson coming out of the locker room suited up for week 1. And it's some meme where he's basically saying, like, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And I put, remember when Ray Lewis was unsure about his legal future and turned into a literal Superman? That's going to be Watson this year. And, bruh, I don't know if y'all remember. It was about Ray Lewis got into that incident outside a club in Miami where somebody got stabbed dead and they didn't know if he did it or if he was just there, you know what I'm saying? But wow, like, there has all the court proceedings and all of this going on and all of this, if he's gonna get charged and everything. That season was when Ray Lewis turned into just Superman, bro. Like, he was Superman, like, literally, like I said, literally, he literally was Superman. And they won the Super Bowl. So what you gonna do? Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is the guy that trolled AOC and her grandma. You know what I'm saying? So he's on a little mini roll here. And what is this? Oh, he's kind of talking about Fauci here. Quote, attacks on me or attacks on science. That's Fauci's quote. And he put, my God, this man is a megalomaniac. We already knew that, of course, but this is still a shocking statement from a public official. North Korea type stuff here. And bruh, it's true. Fauci is just, wow. What can you say since these emails, bruh? And like, attacks in me. He said attacks on me or attacks on science. Bitch, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And what I put, it's right up there with Psaki and this happened the other day. This is a true story. It's right up there when Psaki being asked if there was anything that Fauci could do that result in his firing. And she said she didn't think so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that this man could do? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. That's crazy. That's crazy. This was the dude that was telling Trump what to do, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? And somehow he skated through all of that unscathed and continues to this day, even though we know he was lying the whole time. Like, unbelievable, bruh. You know? What we got? I think we're winding more towards the end. Tim Pool. I like Tim Pool. I'll watch his I listen to his podcast a lot. And what is this? He's talking about his 3 Bitcoin. That means the guy, what country was it that said that they're accepting Bitcoin now? That came out of that Bitcoin conference. The president, El Salvador. There you go. The president of El Salvador said that they were going to be the first country to accept Bitcoin as currency. You know what I'm saying? So Tim Pool said, free citizenship if you hold 3 Bitcoins. What the fuck? That's nuts. How is El Salvador's healthcare? You know what I'm saying? And I'll just put, to me, that don't sound free to me. You know what I'm saying? 3 Bitcoin. You know how much that shit costs? You know, that's 100 G's right there, player. You know? And then I'll put, it sounds like a GOP proposal. You have money? Well, come on in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the border people, like, yeah, fucking, we don't let nobody in. We don't let nobody in. And then, ooh, you have 3 Bitcoin. Well, come to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit sounds like to me. Troy Esquivel. I'm going to write, and this is just and look what I put, made for a hell of a tweet. So just read his tweet. There you go. I'm going to write a novella where a disaffected American takes his 3 Bitcoin and moves to El Salvador, only to lose it all in volcano mining. So he starts walking north and learns the meaning of life, right before being shot at the border by a libertarian who introed him to Bitcoin. That is fucking just a fucking wildly interesting tweet right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wish Twitter was more like that all the time, instead of the bickering. A little bit more sports, just because it was an interesting thing. Josh Donaldson said he was going to start calling out all the pitchers that was using stuff to put on the ball. You know what I'm saying? I guess he thinks he's calling out cheating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Josh Donaldson, the guy tweeted, who called out Garrett Cole for using banned substances, is wearing protection around his ribs before facing Garrett Cole tonight, because he was going to have to face him tonight. And so I just put snitches catch stitches in their ribs. You know what I'm saying? And good. Garrett Cole didn't throw at him. I would have threw at him. Fuck that. I would have threw right for them ribs, but he did strike him out 2 times. Jerome Foster blue check. Oh, and Elizabeth Warren, bro. This got to me today. This was my issue today. Elizabeth Warren starts talking about crypto and that it needs regulation, that it's the Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, man. I'm just disappointed that crypto Twitter didn't come harder for this bitch today. You know what I'm saying? Elizabeth Warren agrees it's time to pass the For the People Act. It ends Citizens United, ends racial and partisan gerrymandering. It prevents voter roll purging nationwide. Blah, blah, blah. All the shit it does, right? And I just put crypto is for the people, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to pack For the People Act. Bitcoin is for the people. Crypto is for the people. You know what I'm saying? We're about to see some of this other stuff about Elizabeth Warren. Jameson Loop tweeted, you shouldn't like Bitcoin simply because Elizabeth Warren hates it. You should like Bitcoin because people who want to control you hate it. And I'll put all of that. Bruce Fenton, Elizabeth Warren must be angry that Latin American people are trying to opt out of the crony-driven system that she built. Here we go. We get into some of the gristle right here. And my question is, because I believe Elizabeth Warren said that there needs to be a crackdown on the crypto. So my question is, what exactly does she mean by crackdown? Like, what are you talking about, lady? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we going to have to stop that? Or are y'all just seizing that? You're going to make it illegal? Is that, and to the bigger picture, you think that's going to win you an election? Cracking down on crypto? You need these young folks to vote, and they all trying to, make some money off all of that, and you just gonna quote crack down on that? Like, I don't know quite if that's the winning electoral strategy right there. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the economy turning the way it is, mostly because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Fenton again from the beginning. Oh, bruh, check this one out. From the beginning of time, this is where we learn about Elizabeth Warren and her ways. From the beginning of time until 2020, former TARP administrator Elizabeth Warren held the world record for giving the most money to bankers of anyone in history. Much of the $700 billion bailout funds taken from citizens went to banker bonuses for yachts, mansions, and sports cars. I just put disgusting, bruh. And then check out that we just learned about this, okay? Most money in history to bankers of anyone in history, okay? This is an Elizabeth Warren quote. And the person saying, you go, Jeffrey Levin saying, you go, girl. And her quote was, the American people deserve a Congress that worries less about helping big banks. You remember what we just heard? More money to bankers than anyone in U.S. history. Same lady that says, the American people deserve a Congress that worries less about helping big banks and more about helping regular people who have been cheated on mortgages, on credit cards, student loans, and on credit reports. You know, the hypocrisy is just dank. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, bro? Try.f, whatever that means, tweeted, Elizabeth Warren took a DNA test and found out she was 3% Bitcoin. Fire! That's what Twitter should be about right there. Talking Yanks. Oh, and this is just another one about Garrett Cole. Michael Kay is like the announcer for the Yankees, I think. And he says that if he were Garrett Cole, he would hit Josh Donaldson in the ribs with a pitch during the first inning of tonight's game. He's like, you want to talk? Try talking with a broken rib. And hey, I'm with that. I just said I was. And this, I'm sure that this lady, there's no way. If this lady has a lot of, look at this, bro. This is what I was talking about, how some people have like, look, bro, like I don't know what I would do I was gonna say something, but I probably wouldn't do that. But I don't know what I would do for these kind of numbers, bro. These ain't even huge numbers. This lady, and the tweet goes on. You know what I'm saying? Got 100 retweets, 603 likes. Man, y'all hear that? AC. I hope that we can take that out, bruh. God damn. The media hates Hillary, so they helped elect Trump. Like, look at what she says. The media hates Hillary, so they helped elect Trump. Like, can you get past even that? You're gonna tell me the media favored Hillary over Trump? You know what I'm saying? But then look, they wrongfully thought that they were going to help elect Bernie Sanders and or Elizabeth Warren. Then got pissed of those of us who called them out. She's saying that the media was helping like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren over Joseph Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, there's nothing right about this tweet. It is all wrong, like factually. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what you gonna do? And that's Twitter, bruh. Like, that's Twitter. All of those likes and all of, you know, like just the world's biggest echo chamber, and it's just all fucking false shit. You know what I'm saying, bruh? Man, I feel like I should stop it because of that. Oh, look, and that was the last one right there. You see a little fun ass Governor Christie Nome. That was on the last one, but that's how I started it off with, like, whoo, she's hot. And that's it. This was just something that I was talking with somebody else about. So that's it, bro. That's our first one. Let me hurry up and wrap it up because of this fucking noise all going on, and we're gonna catch y'all next time. Yeah.